All right, good morning, everybody. How is everybody doing? Are we feeling, are we ready? Yeah, I love it, woo! Cool, well, there's intentionally no slides for this. This is not supposed to be like I talk at you or anybody talks at you. This is supposed to be like a working session. So the idea behind this was like a lot of times when you're at a conference, you get an idea about something you want to dig more into or like a tutorial that you started and you didn't get to finish it. So I wanted to give some time here for you guys to continue a conversation that you started or continue a tutorial that you started. Yeah, so that's basically the idea. I do want to take some time now and at the end to, as a group, talk about what we're working on, what we're interested in. So I was hoping to get some volunteers to basically just raise your hand, maybe like 5 or 6 people, if you could just talk about what you're interested in getting out of this session. And if you're interested in any like collaborators. And also if you're going to be speaking, could you please, actually, do we have a mic? Well, yeah, maybe. We don't have any, I don't think we have any virtual. Oh, we have one person, okay. So if you're speaking, use the mic and introduce yourself to the group. So anybody want to kick us off? Sweet, thanks, Rich.
So I'm going to be looking at how I can like run coiled and some other stuff on SageMaker Studio Lab, which we got an introduction to, some of us yesterday. But I'm also willing to help out on if anybody has some issues on like Kerchunk or Dask or I don't know, Pangea Forge or any of those things that we've kind of heard about. I'm happy to, come find me and see if I can help.
Sorry, Raphael. Also just happy to help out in any Pangea Forge or Kerchunk stuff. Just raise a hand. I think I'm going to be working on some Pangea Forge stuff with pyramids. Yeah.
James Gallagher, I'm from OpenTaph. I'm going to be working on extending some of the tutorials that I showed yesterday, and I'd like to take some of the X-array work and maybe merge it in with, make it a little bit more sophisticated.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
Hi, Alexei Chiklamanov, NASA Goddard. I was really interested to learn about XStack yesterday as a way to stackify X-array type data sets, so I might be hacking away a little bit at that.
Yeah, this is Highland from Goddard. Yeah. Yesterday, very nice tutorial from Kerchunk, and I talked to Kerchunk people, and very interesting in some low-level stuff. Also, talk to Matt about Cloud, which is like makes the cluster so easy to set up to run the Dask stuff. That's something very cool. I want to learn more.
Hey everyone, I'm Danny Kaufman from the Atmospheric Sciences Data Center, and I'm hoping to try a little bit more with the Kerchunk from like kind of going further from the Kerchunk tutorial. And I also was curious about something that came up called data tree in that tutorial that I'd love to learn more about. So if anybody was able to maybe help with that. And yeah, I want to kind of try some more with looking at how concatenated files with after using Kerchunk, like what the internal structure looks like. And yeah, that's it for me.
All right, we have Doug up here, I think. Thanks, Jake.
I have just decided that I'm going to try and improve the ability to detect provenance of CMR datasets in Pangea Forge, and as a secondary goal, I'm going to determine the flavor of GeoJam.
You're gonna, oh yeah. Wait, can I ask a question? So what do you mean, can you say more about that, like determine the provenance?
So I think one of the problems that Pangea Forge tries to address is establishing the provenance of the conversion, establishing the legitimacy of the conversion from the archival data set to the cloud optimized one, in this case is R. but how do we make efforts to ensure that the input data has provenance? I think there's a general anecdotal evidence that I believe Ryan Abernathy has pointed out in a number of presentations he's given where they were using the wrong data set, and they determined that through like crowdsourced interaction and saying, oh, well, you know, they eventually found out it was the wrong input data set. We can fix that at source with a few tweaks of their code, I think.
Nice, cool.
Yeah, I'm going to be trying to identify various errors in Earth Search, which is a big Sentinel-2 catalog, stack catalog, because we're going to be reindexing, and I want to make sure that we can handle all these edge cases. There might be some missing scenes, so I'm going to be poking around on that. But if anybody has any questions on Stack or doing anything Stack related or with the ecosystem or wants to play around with hitting Earth Search, I'm happy to help.
Oh, Max?
Hi everyone, I'm Max Jones from Carbon Plan. I'll join the Kerchunk Pangea Forge group, and I'm happy to talk with people about their use cases. And if people aren't coming with those, I will probably try to hack on combining Kerchunk to with our mapping library that's based on Zara to see if we can get it to work with cogs.
Cool.
Hi everyone, my name is Matt. If you have complaints about Dask, happy to hear those. I'll also be playing with APIs for Coiled that are trying to be a lot more simple than Dask. I'm sort of curious about what's more accessible than other things. So we write some documentation. If you want to come by, I'm happy to like give you a cloud account you can play with. We can see how easy or not easy those things are.
Okay, cool. Anybody have any questions or? All right, we're good. Enjoy. This ends at 12. If everybody wants to gather, make sure we're all back here at like 11:55 to check in on like what we did. That would be really cool. There is also an unconference session, I think, like right after lunch. So if you want to continue to work on what you're working on, I think there's an opportunity to do that. So.